Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Insert Name Here. It's a podcast about nothing for nobody. If you take it seriously, you're redacted. Let's start the show. Hey,
what's up?
Hello and welcome to Insert Name Here. It's a podcast about nothing for nobody. If you take it seriously, you're redacted. I'm your co-host, Doug Bennett.
And I'm your other co-host, Seth Nacho. And this has been the news. No, I'm kidding. But, guys, if you want to hear a word from our current President of the United States of America, the POTUS, if you will, check out the Spotify exclusive premium content. But honestly, I've got a question
Already?
for our current POTUS.
Okay.
Why are gas prices so high? Why are they so high?
You're wrong. They're not high. They're actually very reasonable. If you adjusted for inflation, it was higher under Reagan. He had much higher gas prices. And people love him way more than they ever loved me.
Ooh, don't bring up Reagan, bro. Reagan did so much bullshit now.
Yep. Yes, he did.
He did a lot of bullshit.
Why are you complaining?
Stop talking about me. Let's focus in Reagan's America.
I only did a little bit of bullshit.
Just a little bit of invading Iran.
A little bit. I'm not even talking. That was not a mistake. That gets me into heaven. My bullshit was the Biden auto pen portrait. It was disrespectful on purpose. That it was bullshit. I will admit that. I'll give you one.
Oh, fuck. Dude, but yeah, I watched a video about Reagan recently that made me go, oh. Could not believe what I saw. Did you know that before Reagan stopped it? I say Reagan. Okay, put that down. Put that down. Jay McCarthy, you've gotten a taste. Look, before Reagan, we had this thing called the fairness, I cannot remember exactly, but it's FCC used to regulate that every opposing sort of like a Democrat and Republican view of, it wasn't necessarily like as partisan as that.
You give equal and opposite charitable interpretation.
Yeah, every news channel had to have a segment. If they were going to say one side, they had to say the other side with the same amount of time. It was called the fairness something. And then during Reagan, they got rid of that.
Yeah.
That shit has fucked us.
It's definitely one of the foundational ones. I wouldn't rank it on the scale of like Hart-Celler getting passed. I wouldn't rank it on the scale of like the gold standard being dropped. But, you know, why would you get rid of something like a fairness clause? It's because being fair doesn't make any fucking money. You know how much money cable news used to make once that Fairness Act got dropped? They were unstoppable. It was a $1 billion industry just to lie to people. So,
yeah.
You get fairness out of the way, you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want.
True. But I just could not believe the changes that happened there. Oh man. I'm not going to blame one man for everything, but
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Can't blame one man for everything, but that's just crazy.
Yeah, we can definitely blame them though.
Yeah, them. The man.
The shadowy cabal that pulls the strings from behind the curtain.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do I hear a klezmer? No, I'm just playing. Somebody out there will get that. It'll be very funny for the one of you that gets that. My man.
Yeah, but that's not it. But yeah, I don't think that's the cause. But if you ask Poll, it certainly is. But yeah.
Well, the joke is it's so much not them that it's wrapped back around to being funny to blame them because it's so not.
Well, it's a joke. Yeah, right. Yeah. But I just there was a bunch of other stuff that happened under Reagan that's just crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff. But it worked in the short term.
Yeah.
Economy boomed again.
1980s.
It was like 1980, 1983. Things were going great after that.
Yeah.
Everybody hated Carter. Boo, Carter! Boo, boo this man! But anyway, sorry, that's a little history for you. But yeah, Trump, why the gas prices so high?
They're not that high.
Have you heard of a little place called Hormuz?
Karg Island. We're gonna capture it or blow it up.
Oh man. But yeah, has there been a lot of stuff going on this week with like political news?
I've been in Raccoon City. I couldn't tell you.
What does that mean? What?
Yeah, so
You've been hanging out with zombies?
a little bit. Also,
Do they call them zombies in the RE universe? I think they do.
Yeah,
They call them walkers in Walking Dead.
But
And they call them the infected in what's that one? Where were you shooting? Left 4 Dead.
Oh, okay.
Left 4 Dead.
That's great. I could have sworn they called them zombies in Left 4 Dead. I haven't played enough of that game.
They call me infected.
But no. Starting off like we always do with the video game corner.
Oh shit! We need like a little video game sound. Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, that was really close. That was. I feel like you were. I feel like that last note, the pitch was different than the normal version. So
also, if I had hit the stinger, that would be the problem.
Yeah.
But so it was Steam Spring Sale. A lot of hot deals on the table. So I treated myself to some stuff. I got Fallout New Vegas for $1.
Okay.
But then I picked up Resident Evils 2 and 3.
The remakes or the regular?
The remakes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think Resident Evil 3 remake is a pretty short game.
Yeah, they're both pretty short. Like, I looked at some of the Steam achievement. I haven't looked into 3 yet. I knew about 3 being short, but I was looking at the achievements, and like, you're supposed to be able to finish the game in under 14,000 steps. There's rewards for beating it in under 2 hours. And after you've been playing it for the first time, you're like, oh, as long as I just remember where everything is, what the codes to these locks are, I can easily plan these routes. I could beat it in 90 minutes probably.
Bro's a speedrunner.
But no, so I've just been enjoying immersing myself in the world of Resident Evil.
So that's why you said you were in Raccoon City. Okay.
Yeah.
2 literally is in Raccoon City.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
And you know, I really only intended to bring this up so that I could, you know, give you your flowers a little bit. A little bit of an apology, a little bit of, oh, you know ball, I game recognize game. Literally in this case, it's one game recognizing another. This is not spoilers. There comes a point in RE2 where you are going to be chased down. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't turn around and kill the guy.
What, Mr. X?
Tyrant, but yeah.
Well, he's a tyrant, but he's Mr. X.
Well, in the game they call him Tyrant.
Yeah, there's multiple tyrants. Nemesis is a tyrant in 3.
Okay, spoilers.
Oh, fucking okay. Yeah, well...
Anyway.
William Birkin's a tyrant.
So, Mr. X, you know, he's chasing you around. And at a certain point, I realized, like, oh, well, if I bait him up the stairs, then I can go down the ladder and he'll be stuck upstairs. That gives me extra time to get around the room. And I was doing all this, like, routing in my head. And I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I'm looping the killer.
I'm looping! Bro.
So I understand a little bit more. I've talked a ton of shit on DVD, but I'm like, that gave me a perfect window into like, why is that gameplay fun? Why is that game even fun to play? Because I was having the time of my life looping Mr. X.
Honestly, you won't believe like the usage you can get out of DVD in other games. You can do it in Fortnite. Like if somebody's shooting at you, you can like go around stuff and same thing in like Overwatch. I saw somebody loop. I saw Mercy loop a Reaper in Overwatch.
Dude, I've started using it in the finals. Once I had that realization of like, oh, you can just, if someone's chasing you, you can loop them. I started like, you know, I play heavy. So what I do, I'm always the engager. But if it's not the most favorable possible engage, like if say I lose half my health bar, I'm like, okay, time to find a corner, get around it, reload and turn around, and like my KD has gone up by like 0.3. And you know, stack that up over multiple play sessions, all of a sudden I'm getting hella RP. So, yeah, just Doctor.
Yeah, dude. Skills from one game go into another. You love to see it. But yeah, that's cool that you're getting into that. I mean, if you, I guess, check out the Steam sale, support Valve, support our overlords.
Well, it ended on Friday, but
So don't support our overlords.
hey, summer sale's right around the corner. There's sales 4 times a year, and plus that, there's also publishers do their own mini sales. So like, you want to get in on Capcom, you want to get in on Konami. Like, there's always opportunities. You don't ever have to pay full price for a game.
Yeah, I don't think there's any like new games really that came out this week. So no new stuff, but that's cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys aren't suffering too much at the pump. I know it's gone up, certainly, but it's only temporary.
Supposedly. When are we going to start refining all that shit we stole from Venezuela, by the way?
Yeah, right. But no, seriously, it's only temporary. It's all these London markets. We're trying to get rid of all these London special people.
Okay.
I say special people. I think they're like nobles.
I can speak a little bit on this. So, there's Lloyd's of London. They're like an insurance company, essentially. They...
This is all an effort to take out the deep state, guys.
Yeah, well, it's a long-standing institution, which means that it has power beyond what you would necessarily assume. Like, State Farm couldn't do this kind of thing. Allstate couldn't do this kind of thing. Does every fucking insurance company in the U.S. have state somewhere in it? No, because there's also farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Is it progressive?
Yeah. Geico.
Not states.
Okay.
Even though we got 50 of them.
Well, now we're going band for band. So, if you don't come up with one, I win.
Fuck. Insurance company?
Mm-hmm.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Cigna.
Okay, we're done. This segment's over.
I win. Yes.
Okay. Anyway.
But anyway, Lloyd's of London.
Yeah.
They do like insurance. Essentially, you could compare it to financial stuff. It's like a security. Like, it's backed, it's secured, it's guaranteed. They do energy insurance. So out of anybody in the world, they have the most vested interest in like the Gulf states oil trade. The longer they're shut down, the more contracts that they fail, that they have to eat, which means it's going to rapidly diminish their buying power and their equity. So the longer this goes on, the more Lloyd's of London is fucked. And that doesn't only fuck the Gulf state oil trade. They do a lot of like naval, like nautical trading stuff, mercantile things. It fucks up things in the North Sea. It fucks up things in the Atlantic. And it's essentially, the longer it goes on, the more democratized all kinds of naval trade are going to be. Which is not necessarily a good thing, because then it opens up the market to like emerging naval players like China, like India. It sort of destabilizes. Like, there's a status quo, and either you like it or you don't, but it was stable.
Well, that's all about Silicon Valley, dude. They love destabilizing the market.
Yeah, some of the most retarded shit ever. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah. I'll go ahead and feed myself today. Who cares if I can feed my family next week? It's that. Not to put too fine a point on it, but
Right. Well, I heard some weird angle that it's all against the deep state in London. Like, that's like the house. Like in the Parliament in London, there's like the House of Commons, and then the House of Lords. And like all the lords that have all this vested interest from back since colonial times, they are getting fucked.
yeah.
They like it when you said the Gulf, I guess, whatever, the Middle East is chaotic and has a radical Islamist regime. They like that. And if it became a different way, they would hate it, I guess. I don't know. That's what I heard. You hear things. People hear things, dude.
I mean, I can see the shape of that, because if you hold all the cards, then you're in control of the situation. Use a poker analogy. If I got pocket kings, and I know for a fact that the dealer just dished out like 2s and 3s to everybody, and then they all start bluffing each other. I can sit back and fold and watch them tear each other apart, and at the end of the night, I'm walking away with the whole pot.
You talking about you got 2 cowboys?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Who
2
wants
kings?
to know?
Oh, my bad.
Shit. I didn't see you call yet.
Anyhow. Anyway, I don't know. Oil talk. We love oil.
Yeah.
I guzzle oil. I go to the gas prices are really hurting me. It's my food source.
Yeah.
So my body's a machine.
It turns diesel into fumes.
It turns diesel into piss. There's a piss joke. Count 1. Count 1.
Okay, how about the gas joke?
Wait, what?
Okay. So, I'm making...
Oh, here's your gas joke. It's not even a joke. Apparently, this guy told me in Europe, when you ask for water, like when you want water, they say gas or no gas. I don't believe that for a fucking second.
Joke's on you. It all turns into piss anyway. That's right, they were both piss jokes.
This is piss joke counter number 2.
No, I was,
But have you heard that?
No.
I think that's false. I think I've been to Europe and they did not say gas or no gas. Do you know what that means, listener? We're talking about sparkling water. Don't act like you were drinking sparkling water before you came in this home.
Okay. Gas, that's a really fun way of asking that. Because, yeah, technically, CO2 is a gas.
It is a gas.
But, I want to know anything about that.
You didn't like that?
I got nitrogen in this can.
I made a Kanye reference.
I didn't...
Don't act like you were drinking sparkling water before you came in here. You don't remember that from him and Lil Pump?
That one's a little esoteric for me.
You're such a thank you know. I love it. You know that song. I'm a sick fuck. I like the V-Bucks. Anyway.
I'm a big truck. I drink all of the gas. I'm capable of toes. I'm a truck. I have 4 big ass wheels. I'm a truck.
Oh shit.
My engine sounds real big. I'm a truck.
Oh god, dude. I saw a crazy TikTok where this like woman.
My driver has small dick. I'm big truck.
Okay. Every time I'm overcompensating. I saw a TikTok where this like really, not really, but pretty obese woman was talking about how like she's more woman than this guy could handle or whatever.
Yep.
And then it cut to like a car dealership commercial where the guy was like, you can put it however much you can put in this F-150. And I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
Easily my favorite genre of car advertisement. It's the same tactic that Tony of LC...
You said that like, was it like Lloyd? What'd you call it?
Lloyd's of London.
Yeah,
An advertisement.
Yeah, you said it like the Lloyds of London would have wanted you to. Are you secretly in cahoots?
I might be part of the Five Eyes. No, but Austria. I can do like little bits of British, but anytime I try to do extended British, it just turns into Australian. Oh no, where my home is, okay? It's down under.
I'm Fusey, mate.
Cravadox.
I didn't go to flight school. Oh, dude.
I wish that game was better, man. Really do. But yeah, once a year I check in on it, and it's just they just keep. It did look pretty cool. They almost got me. They had a Gundam season. You could be in the Gundams and actually use them, and I was like, well, this is kind of maybe Titanfall-y. But no, I watched some gameplay and I was like, it's just not the same.
This isn't the beach. This is a bathtub. You're like, this isn't Titanfall. This is Apex.
Well, keep international in your mind. Let's put a pin on the board there for that. It is roughly about that time. I would like to be questioned bigly.
Oh. Would you now?
If you'd oblige.
You got it. Anything for you, Doug.
No.
Anything for you. The owner of this podcast. I got you. So, give me your thoughts on this. I got a new bar.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's hear it.
Give me a beat.
Like what tempo? Like
not too fast. There you go. That's good. Are you ready? Yeah, she got a nice ass. I grab it. It's bouncing up and down like a bunny rabbit. What do you think about that part?
She got a nice ass. I grab it. She bouncing up and down like a bunny rabbit. Yeah, you have. Yeah, I like it for these reasons. It's an interesting syllabic pattern. You know, you're on rhythm. It's not too much. You're landing where you need to land. It grabs the ear. The second thing I like is how many like writing options it opens up. Like a lot of times in a rap, a guy will talk about like fucking. You've introduced rabbits. Rabbits fuck a lot. There's a lot of ways to explain that. Then you could explain how many kids you're gonna give her because of how much fucking like rabbits you're doing. Also, you could go in completely different directions. If you want to brag about yourself in other ways, what else is rabbits besides fuckers? They fast. So like, you could start talking about your speed. You could start talking about how much faster do you make money than everybody else.
I just thought of a third line.
Okay.
Yo, I'm attracted to her like the poles. Yeah, she like a magnet.
She attracted to the pole like a magnet. She telling all her girls she gotta have it. And then all
she grabs all my money like she said I have it.
And then all the bitches say pass it.
She sees all the new bags. She's gotta have it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is just a little sample, a little
Dolce &
teaser.
Gabbana, that's the fashion.
It's a new teaser for my new rap career.
Dude, what if that's what our 30s is supposed to be? Like we finally lived enough life that like now we actually can be the rappers we thought we were 12 years ago.
Oh God. But yeah, dude, did you like my bar?
Yeah, I think I told you I did. I'm gonna stand
Excellent.
by it. There's potential there.
Great. But it was silly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it was meant to be. Also in time for Easter.
It is Easter week. So,
It's coming up, yeah.
Yeah. Thursday, we got Maundy Thursday.
It's like Palm Sunday or some shit today.
Palm Sunday, and there's Maundy Thursday. That's the official end of Lent. Friday, Good Friday, obviously. And then, of course, the main event, Easter Sunday. Once again, he will be risen. Not the only religious holiday, if I'm not mistaken. Like, what? It's also the start of Passover?
Right.
So.
Makes sense. Last Supper was Passover, right?
Yeah. Important time of year if you care about God. And you should, because he cares about you. So.
He cares about you. That's so true.
Yeah, dude. What do you think all this is for? This is for us because he loves us so much. How good is our God? Pretty fucking good.
I don't know. How can you spin that into a joke? I don't know. But our God is Atlantic God. Hope you enjoyed your fish fries.
Indeedly do, Steve. Let's go back to international.
Yeah, the space station?
I don't think I've heard any news from space recently. Have you?
I heard about Neuralink. It's like
Okay.
slightly related.
Well, the big thing that I'm aware of that I wanted to talk about this week relates to international because there's been a massive mutual organic cultural exchange taking place on X.com, the everything platform.
Another Elon Musk, just like Neuralink.
So maybe this is an Elon app.
But what's going on?
All right, so there's two countries that got together and they just shared how much they loved each other all weekend. It's still going on right now. I want you to Maybe you know. Maybe you could guess.
If I had to guess, it would be Japan and the U.S.
Yes.
Because of what happened last week.
Yeah. So context, there was the whole White House, Donald Trump, Pearl Harbor casual joke, and that sort of broke the dam on this. And it really ramped up this weekend, which, my fellow 4HLers will understand that sometimes you only have time to get online on the weekend. But, yeah, just an immense outpouring of love and connection, all thanks to like the auto-translate feature, to where people could really accurately read what each other were saying. Kind of funny, honestly, the things apparently in this, small window, this is only thousands of people talking to each other. So how much does that say between countries that have millions of people in them? It's only a small crosscut. But the people engaging in this, on the Japanese side, they are the most impressed and they're the most in love with the southern states and southern culture.
Okay.
They couldn't believe, like, one of my favorite ones was a guy being like, I just got sent into a cold sweat realizing that Americans think eating meat is normal, instead of like it being like a treat or for a specific reason. And a lot of the conversation centered around barbecue. They're like, all these guys really just get together and they just, all these meats. There was one Japanese guy that got pissed off about brisket. He's like, there's nowhere in my prefecture that I could go find a brisket. Something that's been smoked low and long. Like, we just don't have it. Fuck you for posting this, actually. Because I just can't have, I'm jealous.
They said, I wanted to go to the Waffle House.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. Talking about barbecue?
Yeah. There's a lot of barbecue. On the American side, people like were constantly bringing up, like, mostly the arts. People were sharing a lot of like, oh, J-Rock is insanely good. Japanese movies are really good. A lot of people said it cannot be ignored. Like, anime is cringe or whatever, but like, it's some of the best art out there. Like, it takes so much talent to animate the way a lot of them do.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of mutual. They shared an animosity toward a different thing, which a lot of X users, a lot of Twitter users in America are particularly right-leaning. Japan is having their own immigration crisis right now. So there was a lot of mutual bonding over how important it is to like actually...
Who's the Japan immigrants?
It's mostly Muslims.
Okay. It's crazy.
Well,
Japan's been like, they never let people in like that. Like, how is that going on?
I don't know all the details, but like for a little bit there, for a little pocket of time.
Maybe it's the Southeastern Asian Muslims, like Malaysians, and
that's why I said specifically Muslim, because it covers a lot of ethnicities. But no, they've been having stuff like groups of Muslim immigrants will, like, they'll protest a ramen shop because they're serving pork cutlet in their bowls. They're being like, "Hey, we're here to show up and tell you not to eat pork." And they've been, doing pray outs, and they get a bunch of them. They start praying in front of a place, and then all of a sudden, no one can come in and out. It's very disruptive.
Which is really against Japanese culture.
Yeah, you can be anything, but you can't be a burden.
Yeah, do not do that. Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, so not only was there like the positive bonding, but there was also a little bit of mutual negative bonding. Like, fuck, we really need to protect our cultures, don't we? And, it's different over here. There's space to be yourself in America, but I think we share a similar thing with them where it's like you can't impose yourself upon other people.
Well, that's just called being an American.
Right. I mean, there's some places in America that are losing that a little bit. We've talked about Dearborn, Michigan endlessly. There's other places. A crazy thing happened in Texas where the governor, like...
Talk about Minneapolis.
Yeah, Minneapolis for sure. But this week, the governor of Texas, Greg Crippled Abbott, Mr. Wheelchair. No, crippled, we're taking crippled back. That one, I don't like that for him. I'm just going to call him Wheels. Greg Wheels Abbott.
Okay. Why is that the nickname of any guy in a wheelchair? Wheels.
It's obvious. But, yeah, he signed, and this isn't a law or whatever, but him and a bunch of other Texas legislators signed a full-throated endorsement of Noahide laws, which are like a specific, like, to a sect of Judaism, religious laws. And it's like, well, I don't know.
What are you saying? What is that? I got lost in that. What are you saying?
Yeah.
They signed the sect of Jewish law into law, or they're saying you can't do those things?
They signed an endorsement of it, and then basically championing it as being like, yeah, we should switch over to this. This is what we believe in more than the current set of laws, actually.
And what is that? What is the laws they were signing that they endorsed? Do you know what they are?
I don't know what they are, but what I do know is that in America, because we have religious freedoms, we can't go around saying that like one set of religious beliefs is better than the other set of religious beliefs.
Right.
And we can't even align ourselves in a direction and be like, we're eventually going to impose another set of religious beliefs on other people.
Well, that goes back to the whole Christmas thing. Like, you'll see in government buildings Christmas trees and stuff, but oh God, they put up a statue worshiping Satan.
Yeah. I mean, and to me, if the option is none of it or all of it, I think it's better and more fair to have none of it.
Okay.
Like, if I can only have my Christmas tree, if you have your statue of Satan, I can do my Christmas tree at home.
Yeah, keep it at home, I guess.
Yeah.
Practice your religion, but not in government spaces.
For sure.
There you go. But I mean, New York has that big Christmas tree and stuff out there, but, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, Christmas specifically has become so secular. Like, it means...
It is, but we all know the implication.
Yeah, it means much more to more people than simply about being about the nativity and all that. You know, things have their roots, and like, I don't know. Point being is, yeah, it's important to protect the culture of what makes a place unique. Japan's only Japan because it's Japan. America is only America because of things like, you know, we're all gonna share a space and be respectful. And in our hidey holes, we'll do our stuff. In our local communities where we all agree to be this way. But then when we come together, it's time to be American. So stuff like Dearborn, stuff like that endorsement, to me, they signal an erosion of culture. And so, yeah, we bonded over that.
Okay. I've seen a lot of weird stuff recently talking about how it should only be Christian in America, and that's always kind of weird to me.
I mean,
the whole idea is supposed to be separate church and state, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of crazy they did that. I don't know what these endorsements are for. We don't know, but yeah.
I mean, we do though. Yeah. We do.
We do?
Yeah.
Are you gonna look it up?
I don't have to look it up. I can, because we all know what time it is. We all know what is the most powerful political lobby in America.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's all in line with this one very specific vision. The evangelical dispensationalist sect of Christianity.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That kind of choice. I've looked a little bit more into them recently. It's almost anti-Semitic the way that they talk about and worship and revere Jewish people as a whole.
Yeah, they're not really looking at them as people.
Yeah,
they're really looking at them
as their ticket to the end times. It's honestly fucking gross.
Okay,
but yeah,
that's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's fun that Japan and America, and U.S. people on Twitter were able to, or I guess X, were able to share some fun similarities and appreciation for each other.
Oh yeah, and in the spirit of cultural exchange.
I mean, we got our own problem with Muslims right now.
True.
All that shit from New York was pretty crazy. I mean, that was like a week or two ago that all that came out. Like the cop praying in the.
I mean, fucking one of them's the mayor right now. That's brother. What's going on?
Whoa! First off, I mean, just because you're a Muslim doesn't mean you can't be the mayor. But, I'm just saying, like there was some dude praying, because they got to pray 5 times a day. There's some dude praying in a dude's like bathroom or something. Yeah. He was like, "Dude, get out of here! Like I'm trying to run a business here." So I don't know. We got our own problems to deal with that too. So Japan, we feel you. We feel your. Nothing I can say. There's anything wrong with being a Muslim. It's just like, damn, dude, pick a time and place, bro.
Oh my gosh, I had to share this with you. I got to get it out of my head. We're talking about Muslims and being in charge, like the mayor. A stupid person would be like, "Oh, the mayor can make laws," and then you think Muslim, and it's like Sharia law.
Yeah.
Or if you don't know how to say it, maybe you could say a Sharia. It's certainly spelled that way. And then in my head, the thing I thought about that was so funny, Sharia Twain. Just nothing else.
Shania?
Yeah, Shania Twain. So Sharia Twain, and then nothing else changes about her. But just imagine like a woman in full burqa, and
singing country music.
Let's go, girls! Like nothing else has changed. Just
yeah. Oh, okay.
That was very funny to me.
I thought you were gonna go Mariah Carey because her birthday was this week. Mariah Carey's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, friend of the
show.
And
also like Aretha Franklin. There's a lot of singers this week that were born this week. So,
golly, we were going somewhere. Oh yeah, but in the spirit of cultural exchange, we are two appreciators of the Far East, the land of the rising sun, especially. So I thought it'd be fun if we could share some of our favorite things about Japan, just from our perspectives. I'm offering you to go first.
Me first?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't know where I even start. I want to go. I want to go there. I don't know, man. There's a lot of cool stuff about Japan. Culturally, the architecture,
Yeah.
The food. Like, I think the number I've said this so many times on the podcast, but like the two number one like cuisines in the world are Chinese and French. But like I think Japanese cuisine is amazing. Like some really good stuff over there. And they've like went so hard into the beef industry, like they like massage their cows and stuff and like give them spa days. So,
well, they don't have land for ranching, so what cattle they do have, they're able to like really hone in on.
And that's where you get Wagyu, right?
Yeah.
And some of the like best beef in the entire world. There's other pockets of really good beef too, like in Scotland or something, but yeah, dude, like they hone in on stuff. They focus and they anyway. I like that. I like the some of their traditions and stuff like that. Like who wouldn't want to wear a kimono? Wear a silk kimono to bed.
Dude, same more.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, for me, I was gonna say discipline, but really it's the elevating everything, like putting your all into something.
I like wabi sabi.
And shoot, you're a little wabi sabi boy. I can't lie.
I kind of like mine, Dad. I can't do a good Bobby right now.
I kind of like mine, Dad.
It's got that Japanese called wabi sabi.
But yeah, like for example, in food, if you've ever like been served sushi or sashimi by like a Japanese like actual sushi master, like down to the presentation, the cut, it's like all exact. Like everything's elevated. Any little thing could be made into art. Sort of from the Western perspective, we'd call that kind of elevation art.
Well, I mean, our culinary experts do that too.
But
today I watched a video where the guy made like the most elevated fucking chicken noodle soup I've ever seen. It was insane.
Yeah. But then to say something that hasn't been said yet, just the work ethic, like let alone what level we're elevating it to. Like there's thousands of anecdotal pieces of evidence that indicate just how hard the average Japanese person is even willing to work. You know, sometimes it can be to excess. Let's look into salaryman culture and
black companies.
Yeah, but
that kind of goes into like the U.S. too. I feel like we're similar there. Our Puritan roots. Work ethic is important.
So it's definitely two brother cultures. You know, there's a lot that we can see in the other one, and a lot that we can love about the other one.
Yeah. Two brothers fighting a Spanish Armada.
Yeah, but you know, it's got a lot of people saying that they're actually Japan is our greatest ally, and I'm kind of inclined to agree personally. Let's start putting that line out there.
I'm about to say history might not agree with you, but
no, that's fine. It was in the past.
But yeah, that's interesting. That is very interesting because like the dynamics could be changing on the international front, you know.
Yeah.
Especially with how we've seen how our traditional allies have treated us recently. Maybe we'll get Japanese soldiers at the Strait of Hormuz. Although they're not allowed to have a military, so
that might be changing.
I said that might be changing.
When they roll out the Gundam initiative, I'm gonna be the first guy applying for a change of citizenship.
We've already got the space cadets. How much more could you want, bro? Well, do you want some like a silly news story?
I would love that.
I think his name's Alan Richardson. Or something. The guy that plays Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah. I heard that he like aggressively ran over one of his neighbors and basically assaulted him.
Is that all you heard?
I'm leading you into the rest of the story.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm just asking you, did you hear both sides or did you just hear the one side?
Well, it kind of seems like he's just a big Hollywood blowhard who thinks he can do whatever he wants just because he's rich and he's Jack Reacher and everybody's wife wants to fuck him.
So the guy that did this, the neighbor, it's a guy, right?
Yeah.
But he has big Karen energy.
For sure.
He's very Karen coded.
What do we call a male Karen?
A Kyle?
No, because Kyle's the guy that punches holes in walls.
Well, my friend and I, we discussed this whole Foyd Chud
the Foyd Chud matrix, yes.
Yeah, and a Chud and a Karen are on the same level.
Oh.
In my book.
Maybe in terms of contemptibility. They're definitely on opposite sides.
Dude, Chuds are base, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
I am.
But I feel like a Chud and a Karen can get married.
Okay.
Like a Chud man and his Karen wife.
Yeah.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
So it's like a Chud name.
But anyway, this guy. Well, we'll start with what came out first, right? The guy's footage, the neighbor's footage of him getting beaten senselessly by Alan Richardson. Made it look pretty bad. Made it look pretty fucking bad. Dude looked like he was just beating up on a guy for no reason. Not cool. No. Right? Not cool to just beat a dude up. But turns out, bro was motorcycle riding with his body cam on. Why are we... all this footage. How is everybody recording everything that goes down, bro? Anyway,
I've seen footage.
Yeah. Anyway, he's got a body cam on. Shows the true story. What happened? Neighbor's like, dude, you're so loud and you're driving so fast through the neighborhood. It's going like 20 miles an hour. It's pretty normal for a neighborhood. I feel like 15 to 20 is like where you're at, right? You go 30 sometimes, but that's a little fast.
That's if like it's your gophering, you know. You really got to get home.
Yeah, you got it. Oh, you have to shit. Okay. Yeah. Well, I was thinking gophering like you're like out running errands and you're like, I gotta get to the store. Okay. Yeah. So you get what I'm saying though. You know, he's going like 20 miles an hour. It's not that fast.
Really not.
And he steps in front of his bike. And like makes him almost like crash or whatever, like and like kicks his bike and stuff. And he's like, you keep fucking with me. He showed him what was what.
Yeah.
This is why you don't mess with this guy.
Let's say even like for example, Here's how irresponsible of a thing it is to do to step in front of somebody's motorcycle. Even a fully, if you're wearing all your gear, even a 20-mile-per-hour crash, you are so likely, as the operator of the motorcycle, to like severely fracture a bone, sustain internal organ damage with all your gear on. Like, so basically, when you're stepping in front of somebody's motorcycle, you're saying like, "Hey, I'm trying to kill you."
Yeah, because dude's out here big as fuck, making everyone's wives fucking wet as hell. Just fucking pussy slides, you know?
SeaWorld, it's a splash zone.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. They really do be amping it up in that show to like make him look as hot as possible for these women. It's kind of like Yellowstone.
Yeah, that's why.
It's like all of Yellowstone.
People think those are boy shows. Nah, they're girl shows. If your wife is watching those with you or saying we really want to, don't get lost in the sauce. You're getting spiritually cucked.
That is true though. Like it is a guy show, but like if the girl wants to watch it with you, we all know what's really going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so dude just made a problem. He made it into a problem, and he found his solution. He got his ass beat.
KO'd.
But yeah, that was a pretty crazy story. I feel like Jack Reacher. Now the Tom Cruise one didn't do him justice. The show does him a lot more justice. He's huge. In the books, he's huge. Like he's supposed to be this big dude that's very reserved.
That's why it was a problem that Tom Cruise played him.
Yeah.
There's no getting around. You can do all the tricks in the world with a camera. There's no getting around that Tom Cruise is 5'6".
Yeah. But this guy, he's huge. Like, and if you fuck with a guy that's like you're cruising for a bruising. In fact, you're stopping the cruise that will lead to your bruise.
We are so far away from a world where something like this would happen, but I was thinking about this the other day, about how people, the fastest way of saying this is like you can tell when someone's never been punched in the mouth. They don't understand what the consequences of getting physical are. Maybe they've only gotten, a really harsh example is a woman who saw too many Marvel movies and she thinks that any girl can just like judo flip any man. Not the case. Not the case. But the world that I'm talking about, what would be ideal? First of all, we'd have to go back to just a general fitness education. But then what I would include in that is that like everybody, especially young men, 8 to 12, and then if you really like it, you can keep going into a sport. But, as part of that physical education, a little bit of at least grappling. Just like to understand what it actually even is to be in combat with somebody.
I feel like kids be kids and they be doing that.
Yes and no. I mean, and these are all anecdotal, but like if you see the things that parents these days are saying on like X and Reddit and all that stuff, it's like everyone is an inside person now. There's like
maybe COVID did that to us.
There's no confrontation either. And the penalties for defending yourself are more severe than the penalties for bullying somebody in a lot of school systems. So you kind of lose all of that. But even just to get an idea, just the shape of like what time it is when you're in conflict with somebody, I feel like it could really temper a lot of attitudes. And we're worlds away from a world where something like that happens, but that could be, I think, a good positive change for society.
Fucking around and finding out.
Essentially.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Check yourself.
I get you. I get what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, you smelling what I'm stepping in?
Yeah, I'm buying what you're selling.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, that is true. Like that guy clearly has no idea of what consequences are. He didn't watch John Wick.
No. I mean, even from the start of it too, it's like if you do the base level of looking into all the risk associated with motorcycle driving, you figure out pretty fast that like, oh, if I step in front of somebody and cause them to wreck, I'm basically committing manslaughter. You know? So he didn't know that much. And then he thought he could big dog a guy who is in, you know, I don't know what the height difference was there, but certainly in much better shape.
And out of his weight class.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would chalk it up to whatever other issues he had, just being so out of touch with reality. Like, newsflash, buddy. You live in the real world. Real things happen here.
That's what I'm telling you, dude. He is definitely a like the male version of a Karen.
Yeah, a Chester.
A Chester. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
I thought it was a Kyle.
Again, Kyle's the guy that punches holes in walls, really scares his girlfriend a lot.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're so right.
Yeah. Kyle is the male version of the BPD RO.
Yeah. See, I always think of the other end of the spectrum. There's Chads and Stacy's, but yeah,
Yeah. Here, Chester was a good first pass. Avery is, I think, the male Karen.
I think maybe we got to keep going. I don't know. We'll keep spitballing that.
And you at home, if you have a better than Chester or Avery, you drop it in the comments below.
Yeah. I got something else. If you want to talk about it, the enshittification of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, brother, this is about how Stephen Colbert is going to be one of the lead writers for a sequel to The Lord of the Rings.
It is and it isn't about that.
Okay. Well, what I know about it is that what I just said, and then the details of it. They're like the main boys. I think Frodo dies, so the other three,
Sam, Merry, and Pippin.
Yeah, they sort of do like a beginning of Free Ren style thing where they retrace their journey for old time's sakes. Meanwhile, the other plot, the one that they're going to really jerk off all the modern audience with, is Sam's daughter gets to go be like a badass hero chick.
Right. So you know about it completely. So there you go. This new plot is basically Star Wars. It's basically what they did to Star Wars, but now they're doing it to Lord of the Rings, and it so pisses me off. They already fucked up my boy. My boy got fucked.
Yeah.
Star Wars got shitted on. Because, like, I mean, literally Lord of the Rings and Star Wars are parallels now, kind of. The original trilogy is amazing. The original trilogy of Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, amazing. The prequels, The Hobbit.
Goated.
I don't know if I'd say that.
As a book. As a book, it's goated.
Well, that's different. I'm talking about the movies.
So, we're comparing originals of things, right?
I'm talking about the movies. Only.
Okay. Well, it's tricky because just to show you where
You like the Hobbit book, obviously. The Hobbit book is definitely good. But the Hobbit book could have been done in one movie. They split it into 3. And they tried to recapture the magic of the original. It's not as good. You have to agree, right? The original trilogy is better.
For sure.
And same thing with the prequels. But even then, we still got something out of it. But you saw what they did to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Rey
They massacred my boy.
Rey is the biggest fucking Mary Sue. And that's what they're going to do with this new movie if this shit. Like, she's going to just be a badass girl that can do anything. That can do anything a boy can do and do it better. We'll have the answer to every problem. And we'll show up all the old characters. You know, all the old characters are going to be in it, but they're all going to get shown up. And Aragorn's going to be black. They gotta put some race in there somewhere, you know. They gotta change up the races a little bit.
Yeah.
But
So it's gonna suck ass.
I said Aragorn. Is it Aragorn?
Aragorn.
Yeah, the king guy. Yeah.
Viggo Mortensen.
Anyway, but yeah, like it is fucked what they're trying to do, and like it's like come on.
Yeah.
And with Stephen Colbert writing it.
Yeah. If you go see that, I was gonna say if you go see that and you like it, but if you go see that at all, you're cattle. Okay.
So you know what Stephen Colbert's writing credits are?
No. It's just his shows. That's it.
I see. That's the thing. I don't even think that's true. But he wrote on some 2 movies called something like Strangers with Candy.
I know for sure that he used to write for The Daily Show during Jon Stewart's first run.
Sure.
And then I'm sure that he did some writing for The Colbert Report. And then, I don't know, these days...
He writes with his monologue in the, whatever?
I'm sure he touches it up. And, enough to give himself a writer's credit, even if he didn't do more than 10% of the work.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy Stephen Colbert is. Why are we even saying it's Colbert? Fuck you.
But, like...
Step Hen Colbert.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. The Colbert Report was great.
It had its moments.
But it's crazy that he's gonna be a writer is crazy. I don't think he's written anything in forever, dude. Like this guy, like, it's just that's crazy to me. And now we're gonna make him in charge of the Mary Sue is just.
It's a fitting end for probably one of the most. I don't know how old he is. He's definitely spiritually a boomer.
But it's not a fitting end to Lord of the Rings. It's come on, Peter Jackson.
Hey, it's a two-way street, right? They can say, "Oh, this is the canon now," but we as the audience can be like, "No, actually, that doesn't even exist." Yeah, we all remember how there was never a live-action Avatar movie.
Right.
There just wasn't.
Dude, they're blue people and they connect their ponytails. What do you mean?
Yeah, so there was that one. But, we didn't have a movie in Ba Sing Se. That's what I'm trying to say.
But are we saying that the Star Wars like sequels are not canon? Are we saying that?
That one's trickier.
Are we just going with the extended universe?
I would like to see us go back to the EU, but Star Wars, that we're taking lessons from that war and we're applying them to new things going forward. Similar thing in the Warhammer fucking fandom. They've been doing this whole thing with like, oh yeah, there's always been female Primarchs, there's always been female Custodians, even though decades of lore is like explicitly says these are the Emperor's top men. And Games Workshop has been trying to push those, and everyone's like, no, we don't recognize that. And so, they haven't been able to even sell the minis.
So, I just want to say I have less of a problem with that than I do with this. Like, if you just trying to make a female there, I mean, that's whatever. I mean, it's a little fucked up because it's not really part of the lore. What I'm more mad about is bad writing in these bad movies.
That's true.
Why is this character able to do everything? Give them a fucking character arc and a story and give them flaws. Like, I don't care if it's a female fucking lead. Make it a good fucking movie. Like, you have to admit the Star Wars sequels were so bad.
They were so close to being good too, which is the really offensive part.
If Rian Johnson, did I talk about this already? I don't know.
Yeah.
But if Rian Johnson would have just subverted our expectations, actually, it would have been a good movie. If he would have made Kylo and Rey become a team of the dark side, oh my god, that would have been way better than what we got.
It would have set up another 3 movies even.
No, but could you imagine, the subversion of expectations was by making our hero, Luke Skywalker, look like a piece of shit. That wasn't Luke Skywalker. That was not him. But if the actual subversion was that Kylo and Rey became an evil couple, and Finn got his got in tune with the Force. You remember the first movie, he was using the lightsaber.
They really baited us with that.
Like, imagine if Finn actually had become a Jedi somehow, sort of. And then the third movie was Finn and the Resistance versus Kylo Rey.
You're cooking.
Dude, that would have been actually good.
I'm gonna add on to this. The full subversion is, and we would refer to this set of trilogy, it would become the Dark Side trilogy. Because even though Finn woke up, the light side still loses that trilogy. And now we're set up for, a very powerful dark side, tiny pocket of light. How does that 4th trilogy turn out?
I'm not, in terms of milking it, sure, but I'm going back to the original trilogy because I like just the formula. The second movie, Empire Strikes Back, the dark side wins, right? So, and Well, what the fuck was that movie called? Was it
Return
called The Last
of the,
Jedi?
Return of the Jedi.
No, but was it called The Last Jedi, the Rian Johnson movie?
Yeah.
That one, the dark side wins, right? Like Rey and Kylo are the supreme, And then the third movie, then you could have the comeback, but not necessarily milk it for another trilogy. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
So the parallels that I see, prequels, very much a dark side trilogy. Ultimately, at the end of that, you have the Empire coming into fruition, Palpatine at the seat, the birth of Darth Vader. The dark side wins that trilogy, hands down, easy.
Yeah, they like slaughter all the Jedis.
Original trilogy, who wins at the end of that? The good guys, It's the return of the Jedi, the daddy's home. So, to me, I'm like, if looking at it like that, I'm like,
well, if you think about it like that, then in the sequels, fucking Luke would have a bunch of students and a bunch of Jedis would be back in the world. And not how it started out at all when they did it.
That's one of the big things they messed up.
For sure. But I mean, that's a whole nother thing. I'm talking about with what they had, if they had just done that, And then they could have had some like new hermit Jedi, like Obi-Wan, but like a different guy that trained Finn or something.
Yeah. Somehow Yoda returned.
Well, not necessarily that, but like someone. There's a lot of Jedis you could pull from there.
Dude, talking about bad writing.
And that's why they're milking Lord of the Rings for all they got. I do not side with that. If that movie turns out like that, I'm going to be so pissed.
Yeah. Well, a thing you can be pissed at right now, speaking of bad writing and jerking off modern audiences, how much have you seen about this new Harry Potter show?
Okay, so I saw somebody was going to talk about it, but I didn't watch it yet. So what is this new Harry Potter show?
Well, it's about what you'd expect.
What's it on?
I believe HBO.
Okay, that sounds right.
But first of all, they're gonna Stranger Things themselves. What do I mean by that? It means they're not committing to doing a season a year. So these kids who are appropriately aged right now, you're gonna have, by the time they get to year 5, it's gonna be 25-year-olds playing 15-year-olds.
Okay.
But the egregious modern audience thing, and there's nothing wrong with giving work to any kind of person. Your ethnicity shouldn't be a barrier. But the character of Severus Snape. What do we know about Snape? What do you know about his backstory? And this isn't spoilers because the books have been out forever. He's famously, in the wizarding world, it's crazy that J.K. Rowling was like, I'm doing all this, time to come up with some slurs. He's of mixed heritage. Both non-magical person and another person.
Are we going to say the word muggle?
Well, he's not a muggle because his magic awakened. But the slurry term, the fantasy word, would be mudblood. So he got bullied for his ethnic background canonically for that reason and that reason alone. People were racist to him. Now, they've...
Wizardist to him.
Certainly.
Magicist.
Indeed. Arcanist. But, so this character that's bullied for his ethnicity constantly and just carries that as a cross to bear his whole life, and who also canonically did like hella murders and crime working for Voldemort, they've looked at all that information. They're like, who we're going to cast for this role? A black guy. What message do you think you're sending with that? That's, the implication there does not look good. HBO, what are you doing? It's a little sus for me.
It's a little on the nose.
It's a little... We don't talk about them like that anymore. They're good people. I know a lot of them. Some of them are even better than whites. I said it.
It's like, we don't do this anymore. Why are we still doing this?
It's
Why are we perpetuating this?
It's one of those situations where being too woke actually wraps you back around to being really racist. So, between that and the whole, like...
When you pull a gotcha on yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, hopefully it's a good show. I wish they'd get their act together and, like, do it right. Like, the tempo the movies were on, those actors, Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, they all looked pretty spot on to the age that they were supposed to be. And that's just the kind of detail that you don't get in the modern day because of production and the way that's changed. But looking back on it, you really appreciate that, attention to detail. So, we'll see how it goes. But
hard to find child actors, but yeah.
We'll see how it goes, but the snake thing was just crazy. I was like, "What?
That is crazy,
bro. What do we do?"
That is crazy.
And I'm not the only one that sees it that way either. So, yeah, what a show.
Yeah, I think we should probably
Part a shot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we are a little overboard here. Guys, twitch.tv/Seth_Nacho411. Monday, Tuesday, baby. Definitely not sus at all. There's no susness to be had. It's all PG serious. I'm just kidding. I'm not PG.
Yeah.
But no susness.
Welcome to Sussy Monday.
Not today's Sussy Sunday.
True.
But yeah, so come on by, check out the streams, come hang out. It's a good hang. Don't fuck up Lord of the Rings. Don't do this. You've already fucked up Star Wars. Don't do it again.
So true. Amen. Over here, you already know it's your boy Thug B. Get at me where you at me. If you can't, let me know. I'll write you a letter.
You get it in snail mail.
In terms of a parting shot, this is, let's say you're crime maxing, and then you get justice mugged. Try not to have poor face posture in your mugshot. Otherwise, it might indicate a low T cortisol spike. How did we learn this? It was because Clav got arrested after alligator gooning. So, just something to be aware of, If you ever find yourself in that situation, be careful.
Don't get mocked by your own mugshot.
Indeed. Don't get mocked by anything, by the way, as you're going about and doing everything you have to do, which is carry water, chop wood, and most importantly,
shoot you, Shiose.
The sun will become the end.